You said in other interviews, it was a deal that you turned down.
Yeah.
What is the details around that?
Immaturity. You know what I'm saying? Immaturity. And you know, I want to publicly, and not just because it's for social media or a sound bite, I want to publicly apologize to Jay-Z as a brother and a human being. I apologize for being young and not understanding the vision that you had. And any time in the future that we can sit down, I would love to sit down and just apologize to you face to face for being, you know, inaccurate with my gauge. My gauge wasn't where it is now.
Right.
So, you know, what you offered us was an opportunity. What we looked at it as was an insult, and that's because we were young and, you know, unseasoned at the time. But Hov, you was right. And I'm gonna be honest with that. We should have never turned that down because he just didn't offer us a deal. He offered us a clothing line. He'd offered us merchandise to be sold at any, you know, at our leisure. He also offered us paper on top of that, knowing that we was basically raping the game because we had so many different deals. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We all over everywhere. So it's like, bro, take this little bit of, you know what I mean? I'm gonna give you right now, but the next year you're gonna be a millionaire, guaranteed. Because he was gonna get on the records, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, you know, that one thing about you young guys that's coming into this industry and y'all coming into this rap game, when a nigga giving you an opportunity, sometimes don't look for the money all the time because it comes later. You know what I'm saying? So if that make any sense, I just wish that we would have took that Rockefeller situation. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Yeah.
My life would be totally different right now, and I know it would because I know the type of guy that my friend Sean Carter is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could say this though, anytime that I do see Hov, he don't walk past me. You know what I'm saying? And I respect him for that because he don't have to say nothing to me. And he acknowledges me. You know what I'm saying?
So how did you and Jay-Z meet up?
I remember being in Philly one night inside a nightclub, and the freestyles that we was doing on Stretch Armstrong and Clark Kent and all of that type of
Shout out to Clark Kent.
K Slay.
Shout out to Stretch.
You know what I'm saying? They was getting, you know, around. You know what I'm saying? DJ Clue, SO, all of them. You know what I'm saying? He was getting around. Clue was.
Yo, those Clue and K Slay tapes, I used to, when I was working at Port Authority, I would travel to Canada a lot. And I was playing their music. This is late 90s, early 2000s. I don't know if I'm getting that time frame right.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
You're
so
right.
I would go to Toronto, and they wasn't getting that Dutch and Spade, that Beanie Siegel, that DMX, all that extra shit, and we was the toast of the town. I'm getting box off these niggas' lyrics because they wanted the raw. Real shit. I believe it. Yeah. So him saying that about the mixtape is so really.
That era was so different.
They're different.
Yeah. So that what I didn't know was that, you know, when you just a young artist and impressionable, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know that your stuff is traveling because you so lit in your city.
Right.
That when you walk around, everybody, you know, they chasing us in the malls and shit like that. Like, I've experienced that, being chased by teenage girls, you know what I'm saying? Having to run to the car and everybody wants an autograph and being touched and this, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
So, and I loved it. It's just, we didn't understand it. So I'm in the club one night and we just going out and Hov is performing that night. And I hear, yo, where Dutchie Man at? Still ain't shit to me. I'm fuck, I think I heard some whole shit like that. Yo, Dutch, where you at, my nigga? Why don't you come up here and spit something? My nigga tapped me like, yo, bro, he calling you to the stage. I'm like, who? He like, fucking Jay-Z, nigga, calling you to the stage. I said, no, the fucking calling me to the stage. Where's fucking Jay-Z? I get up there, he pop open a bottle of Cristal, give it to me, and say, yo, spit that shit. I start rapping. He like, yeah. We leave that night. I don't run back into him no other time. He come back to Philly to do some radio run shit. Me, Roller, Beanie Siegel, all of us is there. We go back up there. Beans is already working on his situation at the time. You know what I'm saying?
With Jay.
Yeah, with Jay. You know what I'm saying? He going up there, he bombing shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Reservoir Dogs, all that type of shit. He bombing shit. So Jay like, yo, let me hear something. I give him something else. He like, and this time we still, you know, everything is rolling. So the way I'm telling it to you is going slow, but it's simultaneously happening. The cipher and all this stuff is going on at Stevie G crib. I get to deal with Un. But he's still, you know, yo, where you at? You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. Me and Spade would go sit with Dame and Jay, watch football games, smoke cigars and stuff like that.
Stevie G?
No, Spade though. Me, Spade, we would, you know, we was
No, I
all-
mean, where would y'all watch these at?
Watch what?
Where would y'all watch the game at?
With Jay
At
and
the
Dame.
office.
At
At
Jay and
Jay and
Dame.
Dame office, at the Rockefeller office. The first one they had, it was like
The old shit.
50 something.
It was the
50th
old
and
Def Jam, 50th
50th
Street,
and
8th
8th
Avenue.
Avenue.
They was on the 19th floor, my nigga.
They had the first joint.
19,
I had that little
nigga.
private room in
Charlie
the
Clark
back.
he used to bring me through there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
19.
there's a girl named Emmanuel that used to be at the front desk. And I
No,
believe
no,
she,
yeah.
what?
Go ahead, go ahead.
It wasn't her?
Go ahead, son, just go ahead.
Emmanuel's doing well right now, I think.
No, I wasn't gonna say, just go ahead, son.
You know what I'm saying? You secret
More
little...
street nigga shit. More street nigga shit.
Stupid, nigga retarded.
He talking about who out?
Nobody said that. Nobody said that, all right?
I thought you was gonna be on Shady.
You know what? I was.
I thought you
not
was gonna move
Shady.
from
Not
No, you was
Shady.
on Aftermath. I thought you was gonna move over.
I was
to
on
Shady.
Aftermath.
I remember.
I was on Aftermath until motherfucker waved 300,000 extra dollars in my face
What you mean?
to
So
a
you
young
was on
nigga
it?
from Brooklyn that came from nothing. You know? Cause Dr. Dre said, yo, Sticky, you got out your deal. Come sign with me, da-da-da. I got out my deal with Def Jam. Went to LA and said, Dre, I'm out my deal, da-da-da-da. I said, I want $1 million. Make me a millionaire. He said, all right, done. So when Jimmy Iovine got wind of it, he's like, well, his last album only did 500,000.
We can't make this nigga no millionaire.
We'll give him $500,000.
We're gonna make him a half
guess
a
what?
millionaire.
I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm good with it, right? So now I'm back in New York, shopping X1 to Dino DeValier at Universal.
Rest in peace.
Dino, shout out to Dino.
You know? He's like, yo, I like X1 shit, but let me hear your shit. I was like, the fuck that, I'm signing the Aftermath. Don't worry about my shit. Just sign X1. All right, let me just hear your shit anyway. So I played it for him. He said, you know what, Sticky? We want to sign you. He said, yo, I don't want to get into a bidding war with Jimmy Iovine and da-da-da-da, right? And they put up 800,000 on the table, where fucking Interscope Aftermath put up 5.
Wow.
I was like, you know what, man? Awful lot of 100,000s there.
Right.
You know, like a what if comic. If I made the right decision or the bad decision, we'll
Yeah.
never know unless we go back and do it over. You know what I mean?
Right.
But Dre had crazy shit going on at the time.
Right.
Suge Knight, this, that, another. You know, Sugar walk in the front of the club, Dre will walk out the back. I'm a nigga. I'm gonna stay there. Fuck, and I'm hammered up. What's up, nigga?
Yeah.
So I might have ended up dead or in jail for killing a nigga. You know. So
Right.
who knows? But Dre is my, you know what I'm saying, top favorite producers. He's my favorite producer
Yes.
Right.
ever.
Ever.
So maybe I fucked up by not doing it.
You fucked
know?
up, nigga.
Yeah.
You fucked up, nigga. You know you done fucked up.
But guess what? The extra $300,000 I got was the money I used to buy my mother her first house ever.
Well, that's dope.
You still
That's
fucked
dope.
up, nigga.
No, we
I got a clap for that.
Yeah.
clap that up. I got a clap for that.
Facts. That's
You know?
dope.
Right.
So, you
And the
know,
Kirk Jones album was slept on.
The what?
Kirk Jones
album.
album. Yeah, Black.
nigga, everything, listen, Kirk Jones slept. I think, and you know what? I never wanted to admit it, but yeah, I think I'm slept on. Cause I think I'm the illest nigga ever. But you know, a couple of wrong turns and this, that, and the other.
Why do you feel Onyx don't get like the real cream of the crop
You know, I
recognition?
think we do. I think we don't.
In a cult way?
Here's the thing.
or
I think we
centralized?
do because the people I come in contact with, Sticky, you changed my fucking life.
Yeah.
You saved me. Here, look. He got a fucking portrait of me on his arm. I don't even got one tattoo. Listen, I got a folder with at least, I don't know, 300, 400, 500 Onyx tattoos across the world, okay? So, personally, I think we do. When I run into the people who do it, I feel it.
Right.
But commercially, worldly, maybe not so much.
Right.
You know?
I turned down a deal from one night. You know, some ill one night. I was in the studio doing some law sports shit with my team, and my man R.I.P. Dr. J. I mean Jam Master J. and Russell C. Russell Simmons came through, and they asked me to come somewhere and do a join a situation. That's a fact. I ain't enjoying the situation. I ain't enjoying it.
Why not?
Because at the time, you know what I'm saying, I came in the game like with my team and our alone, like we gonna do it like that's how, you know.
You wanted your own space.
Yeah, I ain't want to be under nobody. Like, you know, not under nobody, but I ain't want to be like. It's a different way I want to explain that right
You
now.
wanted to
Not
be
under somebody, but
a
I ain't
main
wanna be
priority
controlled.
from the rip.
Huh?
Main priority?
Who's that?
Is it priority?
Nah. I always just want to make records.
Right.
Nah, it was nothing about it. It wasn't really. It was just loyal to certain people I was with. I say that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about knowing.
Who's
Now I was
loyal
with
to?
Charles soon. I was with group home management and all that.
Okay.
And
Yeah, group home.
I could have left them and went with them and like that, but it was like nah. You know what I mean?
Damn, you turned down Russ?
That's what I'm saying. It's Queen's royalty.
Yeah, he turned down Russ.
Jam Master
It
J
wasn't.
and Russell Simmons.
It wasn't. It was just I ain't really. I don't know. It was how can I say it without, you know what I'm saying? Not no disrespect though. I just ain't wanted.
Is it like a loyalty thing?
Loyal. I'm
No,
loyal
it's
to
like
like
loyalty
Conflict
thing?
of interest or something?
Yeah, like if you were
No,
to
he was
decide,
about-
like
he
if
was
He's about to say it. He's about to say it. He's about to say it.
No, it's not no conflict of interest or none of that. It's more on. At the time, I was who I was dealing with and shit.
Right.
Like I was, loyalty is what I stand on. So you know what I mean.
Right.
And, yeah.
But what would have been the pitfalls of signing over there? You sound like you already fleshed it out in your head.
Yeah.
Pitfalls?
Yeah, like
Yeah, what was
the
the
downside of
cons?
signing over there. Besides, outside of the loyalty thing, like just
Oh yeah,
pluses and minuses.
no. Just the pitfalls, just some other shit in my mind, some other shit that I think about if I go over there. You know what I mean? If there's other shit that go along with, you know what I'm saying, signing with them major niggas and them niggas behind the names behind that shit. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I was good where I was at. You know what I'm saying? It was good over there in my zone over there. So
Some Illuminati shit going on?
no.
Some Illuminati shit going on?
I don't know what's going on as far as that Illuminati shit, but I tell you that.
But there's some other things.
I don't like being around people in the street and shit like that. You know what
Why?
I'm saying? As far as like being, I got certain shit you got to be around motherfuckers all the time to accomplish certain shit.
Right.
The shit that I could accomplish, that I really feel I accomplished, and there's more I could do, but I could do without being under somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I felt at that time, there was a lot of shit going on, you know what I'm saying, in the 90s and shit. And niggas, I just ain't want to be around that, like being under niggas like that. So Universal was dope for me. Uptown Records and all that was cool for me. Like it wasn't, I ain't had that feeling. I was free over like moving around. So you know how niggas make niggas, I don't know how niggas make niggas, excuse me. I don't know how niggas make niggas do nothing. I'm just saying, I don't know how you one nigga, and the next time you see a nigga, he dressed up all crazy. You never seen him looking like that before. Should be happening like that.
Changing the image,
you mean?
changing your style, changing the way
Changing your
you.
image, changing how you walk and feel. And
Why didn't you sign with Jay-Z?
Everything was kind of happening at a weird pace, and it wasn't the Basquiat Jay-Z that took me upstairs to Champion.
Which one
It was the Hustler.
Right,
Right,
it's
it's
the
the
hustler. Yeah.
At a time at Def Jam where Def Jam was experiencing like a whole new aura. So it was Jay-Z, but it was DMX. It was DMX, but it was Ja Rule. It was Ja Rule, but it was Redman, Def Squad. Then it was Method Man, Wu-Tang. So you got Rough Riders, Wu-Tang,
Murder Inc.
Murder Inc.,
Rockefeller.
Rockefeller. Everybody was like this. So you didn't know in the crystal ball what was really going down. And at the same breath, not to say that I refused it, it's just that I had already claimed the squad.
Def
I was
Squad.
already Def Squad. So it wasn't a thing to where how it was is that, you know, to hear it now when Blaze tells the story, it's weird because Blaze got the call about the squad that they were forming. I just went upstairs to get changed because they saw me deliver like a good portfolio of music.
You know, tell them about the beat tape though, because that's
Yeah,
because
because,
that beat tape was like
the
one of the
beat tape
most
is what started
monumental
it.
beat tapes in the game.
Yeah, Reservoir Dogs, a lot of people don't know. Reservoir Dogs was a song that I'd actually did. And me and Pop, there was a guy named Pop that used to come by my crib, and people used to do this. You know, if you didn't know how to really do music, you would come to a producer's house with ideas.
Right.
He would come to my house with. He came to my house with an Usher idea one time. We did a beat. He came to my house with another instrument. So he would put these instrumentals or songs that he would hear from Usher or Faith and everything, and he would put them on tape and be like, "Yo, loop that up." So he came to my house one day. He didn't have no songs. He didn't have no songs. You know. So he said, "Leo, let's go through your crate." So go through my crate. Now, these ain't my records. These are my boy Dwayne's records. You know what I'm saying? My boy Dwayne from Queens, because he had a group, so he was loaning me his crates of records. I was going to the studio to work with him, and I would use his crates of records. So I went through the crates of records. I pulled up. What was that, Shaft? Pulled it up. He was like, "You did anything with it yet?" I said, "Nah, I ain't really do nothing with it yet because this is my boy's crate, but I'm going through his crate. I touched this." He was like, "All right, so we should loop that up, see what's up." So I looped it up, chopped it up. He took the beat, made a copy of it, left my crib. Next thing you know, I think it was my boy Seal. Seal was my boy down the block that always was up on anything that got released right away. And you know, remember when cassettes was being released right away? Like, you know, the niggas that was really on it, was on it. He was like, "Nigga, y'all just heard Jay-Z's album, man, your beat is on there." He said, "Nah, nigga, that beat you did upstairs." I said, "For real?" He said, "Yeah, man, that beat you did upstairs, nigga." So I played the album. I said, "Oh shit, that is the beat." Produced by Eric Sermon. Right? So DJ Twins, which, you know, I knew them from 92 when we met Redman, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, they knew about the story because they know the beat. We was working every day. So they ended up going on tour with Jay and them on the backstage. It was the Hard Knock Life tour.
Right.
So they playing the beat down in Miami after.
But we talking about Jay-Z's biggest album.
Yeah, Hard Knock Life. Yeah, the Hard Knock Life.
Yeah. And a posse cut with Beanie, a budding Beanie Siegel.
Yeah.
Source Money.
Yeah.
Who, in my opinion, is him and Jay. If you want to argue best verses, it's him and Jay. We can have this debate.
The only niggas from Brooklyn have that in them. That's that conversation. You know, Brooklyn niggas do that. They say it's either Sauce or Jay.
Bro, the
you know what I'm saying? Bars. Yeah. That's a Brooklyn law.
Okay, so you saying it's somebody else that should be in there?
No, it's just that Brooklyn holds that type of credibility with Sauce and Jay.
Yeah.
When it comes to the true lyricists.
Because nobody's gonna ever say Sauce
like
compete
in
with Jay
in a broad spectrum.
Yeah, they would be like,
But
never.
Brooklyn lyricist like yourself
was
gonna say Jay, but Sauce. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna do that thing. Some people gonna say Jay and Jazz. Some people gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But Brooklyn holds that law to do that. It feels like.
But on that track,
Yeah.
Reservoir Dogs,
Yeah.
y'all want to have this argument? Do y'all want to have this argument?
They're gonna
'Cause
go
I know the
crazy in
line.
the comments.
Somebody
I know
hit
the
me,
line.
somebody hit me about Sauce Money wanting to come up here too.
Yeah, I spoke to him.
Oh,
We're
all right.
gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen.
I know it's people.
Sauce holds the gutter of the whole gumbo. You know Sauce. You know Sauce.
Bruh, one line. Shook the whole rap game
Man,
with just one line. Yeah. Motherfuckers thought I was Chinese the way they duck sauce. Fire.
You saw Brooklyn, my nigga.
Fire. I'm saying, but my
we know
punchlines
that
come
sauce
from,
is
it come
always-
from listening to joints
Yeah.
like that. And I'm like, oh, that was crazy.
Yeah.
So and with a battle rapper's mind, we take that and then we
Yeah.
like, turbo boost that shit. But,
Yeah.
that's where it comes from, like witty shit like that. And Jay-Z Sauce, they was good for that shit.
One line I lived off with my finances when it came to you got flash now, but time will reveal.
Money.
I always live by that law. And then the one that I judge my how I deal with life is, no matter where you go, you are who you are, player. And you can try to change, but that's only the top layer. Nigga, you was who you was before you got here. I got that line for dogs, older people, women, life,
Right.
situations, everything. If I say that line and you're on the wrong side of that line when I recite it,
Right.
I'm not fucking
I'm
with you.
with you. That's it.
Yo, he mentioned something about the producers, because when you mentioned Just, so the goal for Jay was to have Just, Kanye, and you.
Oh, so let me get back to the story. So so they're in Miami, they playing Reservoir Dogs,
Yeah.
and they're celebrating. You know how Jay and Dame and them, and they playing pool. The story that was told to me from Richie and Ray. Eric didn't do that. Eric did do it because we won a Grammy off this. No, Rockwilder did that. So the word was told to me that they said, yo, tell that nigga, go up there, get a tape, tell him to give me everything you got. Them niggas came home, because this was a life-changing thing they did. They came home, used the one day that they came to see their families. Richie said, yo, before I go back, I must stay in front of my crib in Empire. You need to come and bless me with this cassette, because I'm taking it to them on the only day they was able to come back. I went, gave him the tape, gave it to Jay. Jay took the whole first side.
Yeah.
The first song that I gave him, that I specifically made on that tape, was For My Thugs. Jay took that. There was a host of other stuff on there. Do It Again was on there.
You remember the other ones that he took?
Do It Again was on there.
Do It Again?
Do It Again.
They bought like 10 out of 13.
Yeah, like Flex had 4 Leave from that tape. That was If I Get Locked Up by Eminem.
Because if I get locked up tonight.
Yeah, If I Get Locked Up Tonight.
My money come home tonight. I don't remember that.
Oh, wow. Murder Rap was on that cassette. That was Fat Joe and Armageddon.
Oh shit.
Was any pun stuff up there?
Pun was way before that.
Okay.
Pun was when that was me and Andrina and the Sean C back in '96.
So just to clarify things, why did Eric Sermon get the credit?
Now, in this day and time, you understand that artists and producers like Eric Sermon, they were big names. I wasn't a big name producer. Eric Sermon was definitely in the position to receive tracks from perceived tracks. So Pop gave Eric the track. You know what I'm saying? Should have been represented a little better in the presentation.
Yo, take a sip, take a sip, take a sip.
Because I was Redman's goon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had already solidified my place back with Flatliners, back with Pun, back with everybody. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Organized Confusion, I had already solidified my spot. I was already on Red's albums. So should have been introduced a little better of who actually did it. That's up to Daryl Pop Trotter. You know what I'm saying? He has to figure that out. He has to answer that question.
Right.
But I would, of course, as a young kid, you bitter because you figure like every chance, especially a Jay chance. Come on, come the fuck on.
First of all, this is his biggest album
Yeah.
that we talking about, the
Yeah.
Hard Knock Life joint. Volume
Yeah.
2, right?
Yes.
And
that's
and the crazy
legendary.
thing was also, Red had already kind of had me in the whole dope album category, so I wasn't even looking at the position of what that album was. I was just looking at, damn, nigga, it's my beat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, so when that happened, and I did that for Jay was in Sony, so I was constantly coming in there with beats, and he was taking stuff. On that Stop Chill was on that beat tape too. Stop Chill. So when Stop
Beanie
Chill,
Siegel.
so when it got to the Stop Chill project, the vibe is in the room like, yo, we need to sign this nigga. We need to chain this nigga. So they took me upstairs and they said, yo, we want to chain you. Now, I'm not gonna front, had I not been with No Squad, and to tell you the truth, had I thought about Reservoir Dogs,
You would have done it.
I probably would have just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Redman ain't never did no shit to me. And Eric ain't really do no shit to me neither. You know what I'm saying? So I was loyal. You know what I'm saying? I was just loyal. I was just, you know what I'm saying?
Were you under contract with Eric?
Nah,
Singer?
never. Red never signed me to anything. Red never signed me to any contract ever. He never put his claws on me. Never
So did you ever get the money for the Reservoir Dogs joint?
Reservoir Dogs, unfortunately, I didn't get the money, but it started my Jay-Z relationship. It started it. And then I was able to drop that damn Do It Again.
Situation in particular that they failed to fill me in on was Dre and Aftermath reached out and said that they was interested in signing me and coming on board with the project, and they didn't tell me that. The only reason I found out was because when Game started hanging in New York, I chilled with him for like 3-4 days, and I went to a session with him down in Sony, and I met A&R from Aftermath named Angelo, I think that's his name if I'm not mistaken, and he sat down and told me like, yo, bro, you sick, yo, we reached out and tried to like work out a deal, on your project with them, and they like, in so many words, he said they turned him down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, what could have took place if we could have possibly did a collaboration with D-Block / Aftermath? It could have turned into something else.
Dre's vaults are
This
kind
shit
of
sound crazy,
notorious.
nigga.
Like
This shit sound crazy.
Dre's vaults are kind of notorious for being one-way doors. There's a lot of music.
I bet.
There's a lot
Did
of
you ever
artists
think
who
about
never-
dropping a refrigerator on that new phone?
There you go.
I'm just
I'm not
saying.
gonna lie. I was
I'm
kinda,
just saying.
when I
I'm
learned
just-
that, I was kind of like,
Yeah.
I felt the way. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like,
Because you felt like these are three guys who felt like they got a raw deal.
I'm like, y'all told me when
And
Foxy
now-
wanted to sign me. Kiss told me about that.
Right.
They told me when
Oh,
JD
Fox
wanted to sign
5,
me.
she wanted to get you?
Yeah, Jermaine Dupri wanted to sign me.
Right.
They told me about all kind of other labels, but they didn't tell me about the Dre thing. We sat down with Pharrell and we was discussing the deal, but you didn't tell me about the Dre thing.
Right.
So I kind of felt the way about it.
Might have been. They might, in their minds, they might have been protecting you from that. Dre has a lot of artists that it was a known thing that Dre would sign people and then not release the music.
Yeah.
I was under the impression at the time. Now, let me be specific. I want to highlight the fact that I said at the time. This
Right.
was my mindset. I was looking at it from a perspective that, because, anytime you go into business with any individual, you have to know who you're dealing with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't fully understand who I was dealing with. So the way I was looking at it, I'm like, listen, they're not going to put a person in a position to be equally successful as them or more successful than them because they feel like they haven't received what they feel like they deserve out of their careers as of yet. So they're not going to put me in a position where I'm able to overlap them because I myself heard Sheik say to me out of his mouth.
Even if you make them filthy rich.
That's what you would think. But I heard Sheik say out of his mouth one time, yo, I don't know about her because we ain't gonna be able to control him if he blow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I always was my own man. I spoke for myself. I had my own crew, and
There's an underlying fear there.
It's artists.
On their
it's
side.
artists.
you know, like I said, I give him the benefit of the doubt because it's your first time doing something, and you had a raw deal yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't have the knowledge how to run and operate a company, period, properly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I had to be in a sense, the sacrificial artist to
Well, you were first.
deal with
Well,
something.
you went looking for it, nigga.
Yeah,
You was on that corner like,
Technically,
Jay,
yeah.
Jay, you know what I mean?
Is it true you was gonna sign 50?
Yeah.
How
What was
tell
that?
us about that, yeah.
Well, Corey Rooney lived next door to me.
All right.
And Corey was with Sony and Trackmasters. So he brung 50 to the crib.
Right.
And
This
then
is early 50.
50 used to come to the house all the time. And we do records. And so he was Def Squad. So if you ever listen to Heat Wave, we don't do it like we do. Now, that was the first single that I did after I had a Rob. That was his first single before he got shot up.
Yeah.
Wow.
So at the end, he'd be like, Eric Sermon, Def Squad, baby. Like, he don't miss nothing else. At the end, he says it.
That's dope.
You know,
I remember that.
so we kind of like, until he got shot, but he was at the, we just doing us. Corey just felt that it was best for him to be over here, And then, as far as the barking, so whoever he was dissing, maybe it's like, okay, I didn't care, because, if they roll with me or not, if he rolled with me, it was cool because again, I wasn't tripping on that because if you are with me, then they're gonna have to say something to me too. They're gonna say, yo, E, you, and they didn't. Listen, I'm not saying I'm no gangster nigga. Just code the streets of a nigga being real. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna come and say something. You're gonna make sure you're saying the correct things. I can tell you niggas that called me, like again, just to say, yo, Eric, is it cool too?
Right.
Or say, yo, you hang around homeboy? Yo, just make sure that you such and such. They're giving me warning. For what? But they respected it. They respect the fact that at the end of the day, if we don't, we gotta deal with him. Mm. And everything that comes with him. That's East New York.
East New York.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.